Hello and welcome to the Oil Trading Group and welcome to Ninja Trader 101. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a brief discussion on the Ninja Trader Control Center, and I'm going to show you how to open up, how to build, and how to customize one of your charts. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Alright, so right here what you see in front of you is the Ninja Trader Control Center. Now, you click the File button here and you're going to see right down below you get New. Alright, so we move on over here to the right and you see here we've got a place where we can click on Chart. That's what we're going to use to open up a chart. You can also use your Control Center to open up a dynamic Superdome. Not to mention you can open up Level 2 data, your Market Analyzer, News if you have the subscription, and Time and Sales. The other thing that I want to show you guys with the Ninja Trader Control Center is your Tools menu here. As you can see, there's a lot of different features here, but for this video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to focus on the Instrument Manager. I'm going to left click that now. Alright, so if we take a look here, you're going to see all the futures instruments listed over here in our list. So over here, you're going to see some of the futures that are in our list. Now, what I want to do here for my instrument manager here, I'm going to go up to Type. I'm going to come down here, and really all I'm concerned with is the futures. I'm going to left click that, and it's only going to show me my futures. So as I scroll down here, you can pretty much see that there's every future imaginable. Here's the South African Rand, Brent crude oil, so on and so forth. Let's just keep scrolling down and let's go ahead and let's highlight the CL. Now, you're going to notice here that I've already got the CL 1115 already in here. Let's go ahead and let's pick another future. As you can see here, I've got the NQ 915 up here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the NASDAQ current contract up. I'm just going to keep scrolling down here. And there it is. There's the NASDAQ. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to take a look at the contract month. The current expiry is 12/15. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to left click here. And you're going to notice now I've got the NQ 12/15. So you're going to notice I have the YM up here as well. Alright, let's do this. So we're currently not trading the CL 1015. I'm going to highlight that in blue. I'm going to click arrow here. And I'm going to put it back in its place. Same thing with the NQ 915. That contract is no longer valid. I'm going to highlight that in blue. I'm going to move that back over. And I'm going to do the same thing with the YM 915. So the advantage of keeping your instrument manager clean and free of past contracts is that, when you want to go to another contract, say, the NQ or the YM as opposed to the CL, you don't have as many choices to make. I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and there we are. So one more thing I want to touch on before we get into building a chart. I want to focus on the Help tab here with Ninja Trader's Control Center. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. If you look up and down, there's a Getting Started tab, which has got a ton of Ninja Trader videos and informational pieces that you can read there. They've got their support center there. I don't mail to platform support from here because it's not connected. However, you will notice there is a remote support button here. Sometimes if you're having trouble with Ninja, you will use this button here to connect to Ninja to allow them to help you fix your platform. What they're going to want to know is your ID number as well as your password so they can log in and get you all fixed up. Let's go ahead and cancel that. Probably one of the most important things that I want to show you guys, the About section right here. So when you click the About section, it's not only going to show you your license key, but it's also going to show you your machine ID. The machine ID is very important, especially since that's how you're going to get your tools and indicators from OTG. Typically what's going to happen with this number here that you see in blue is Jason's going to ask you for your machine ID, and that's so he can license you for all the day trading tools that they offer here at the Oil Trading Group. Very, very important. What I suggest is this. I would copy and paste my machine ID as well as my license ID, which, sorry, I've got it blurred out. That's my license. Anyway, copy and paste that to a Word document and save it somewhere safe on your computer or a thumb drive. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get started and let's build ourselves our first chart. All right, so here we are. We're starting here at the NinjaTrader Control Center. So we're going to click File. We're going to go to New. We're going to move over here to the right. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to left click on Chart. Next, you're going to see that I've got my default futures right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the CL1115. I'm going to double left click that and you'll see that it's added right here. Over here on the right hand side, there's not a whole lot that I really need to do. So next thing I'm going to do is, you know what, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to choose my type of chart. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to choose a minute chart. Now, if you look up and down the list, there are several different choices that we have, but for this chart, I'm going to choose a minute type chart. Now, next you're going to see value right there. That's a 1 minute chart. I can change that to a 2 minute, a 3 minute, a 5, 15, 30, whatever you choose. Chart style, I'm going to leave that set at candlestick. For my bar width, I'm going to leave that alone as well at 3. You're going to notice here you can change the colors for down bars and for up bars. For this demo, I'm going to leave it set red for my down bar, and for my up bar, you know what, I like lime green bars, so I'm going to go ahead and I am going to come in here. I've clicked here, you see the drop down there, and let's go ahead and make that lime green. Down here you're going to see the data series. Load data based upon, I'm going to leave mine set at days. If we drop this down, you're going to see it's either days or custom range. Frankly, I'm just going to leave mine at days. There's my end date right there. You don't need to change that. Typically, when you are trading, if you want, what you can do, and what I like to do, I like to set my default to 24/7. So that's what we're going to do for this one right here. I just made my default 24/7. Next, we come down here and you can see where it says trades. When you make a trade, whether it's in sim or whether the trade is live, it can either be labeled on the chart or not labeled. So right now we're currently set for plot executions, text, and marker. Let's go ahead and let's drop this down. You cannot plot it or you can use markers only. For this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and just leave it set text and markers. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click OK, and then let's see what we have for a chart. Okay, so there we have it. Here is our chart right here that we just opened up. Let's go ahead and let's make this guy a little bit bigger. All right, now as I mentioned in the video, you're going to notice here that on the axis, as far as price and time goes, you're going to notice these numbers are pretty big. So this is something I've set up earlier. Let me go ahead and let me show you how I did that. The first thing that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to right click on the chart. I'm going to come down here to properties right here. All right, you're going to see that I've got all these choices right here. So right here for color for axis, I've got that set to white. Color for inactive price markers, I've got set to gray. I don't need to worry about labeling any of the format for the bars, monthly bars, yearly bars, so on and so forth. I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to leave that alone. Now, when you guys first turn on your NinjaTrader, one of the things that you're going to have is you're going to have your vertical grid lines and your horizontal grid lines turned on. You're going to see here that with mine, I've got everything set to false. Let's go ahead and let's make that true. I'm going to click apply, and you're going to notice that I've got these grid lines right here. The grid lines provide a great sense of, well, where price is at. However, they are not support and resistance. Therefore, I do not recommend using these. So I'm going to go ahead and come in here. I'm going to make that false. I'm going to click apply, and those grid lines are gone. All right. So I've already shown you here. Let's do this. Let's change the color of the axis here. Let's change it from white. Let's change it to gold, just so I can show you what I'm talking about here. We click apply, and notice my axis is now gold. The next thing that I want to show you guys is label and font. You're going to notice that my numbers are probably a lot bigger and they look different than what you downloaded from NinjaTrader. Well, this is easy to change. All you've got to do is come in here to where it says label font, click here, and you know what, let's make this 16 just so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to click OK. I've made it bold and it's Arial. Click OK, and I'm going to click apply. All right, notice how these numbers have gotten even bigger. Not to mention, notice how the numbers have gotten bigger over here in ChartTrader. So that's a little too large for me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to 12. Click OK, apply, and there we are. I'm also going to go ahead back up here to the color of my axis. I'm going to change that with the drop down. I'll go to the top and I'm going to make that white. Click apply. OK. One last thing I want to show you guys with the ChartTrader properties is this. If we scroll down here, you're going to notice that I've got an all black background here. Maybe black's not your color. That's okay. All we've got to do is this. We go into here for color for background. We hit our drop down, and let's say I want to use dim gray. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. I'm going to click apply, and now you'll see that my chart has turned gray. One thing that I recommend with using NinjaTrader is when you're starting any particular chart, I like to have what's called a vanilla template. My vanilla template is exactly this. I'm going to go back to properties. I'm going to change that dim gray because I like the black background and I like the font that I'm using. So I've got everything set. This is what I start off with. This is my canvas, if you will, for every chart that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click OK. You're going to notice that I've got ChartTrader up, and you're going to notice that my fonts are exactly how I want them to be. So as I mentioned, I like what I like to call a vanilla template, or my canvas. So I make this a template, and making a template for your charts is really easy to do. All you've simply got to do is right click on the chart, come down to templates, go to save as right here, and you know what? Let's call this chart here, let's call this canvas. So I've typed in canvas, and all I've got to do is click OK. And let me show you why I did this. All right, so I'm going to obliterate this chart. If I want to get rid of any NinjaTrader chart, all I've got to do is click this little red X right up here. So boom, it's gone. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to do File. I want to do New. I want to come down here. I'm going to do a chart. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my CL1115. Notice as I move right here, load the following chart templates. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to highlight Canvas. I'm going to left click that and I'm going to click OK. Now, everything that I created on that last chart is already saved here in a template. All right, guys, before I close out this video, let me show you a few other tips and tricks here with Ninja to help you avoid frustration. Okay, so as we see, the chart is as the chart appears. So over here, of course, we've got the ChartTrader, and then we've got this axis right here. Let me show you this cool trick. Watch this. if we come over here into the price side of the axis and we left click and hold that mouse button, we can scrunch that guy down just like that. Okay, we can make it bigger, we can make it smaller, you know, whatever. All right, so here's something here. So once you've done that with your chart, if price travels beyond this point down here, below 43.60 or above, oh, what is that? It looks like 47.20 or something like that. What's going to happen with this chart is it's going to do this to you. You'll see price disappear. All right, so what do you do when that happens? If you look up here in the upper right-hand corner of the chart, you're going to see there's a little F up here in the corner of the chart window itself. Left-click that, and it brings everything back to scale exactly as you need it. The other thing that you can do with the axis is this. You can come down here to where the time is, and left-click, hold the mouse, and you can scrunch that guy down, and you can actually cram more chart data in there. Now, to get rid of that, all you've simply got to do, once again, left click and then pull it to the left, and you're going to notice that it gives us more bars. All right, guys. Well, listen, I hope you found this video to be helpful and informative. And if you have any questions regarding NinjaTrader or the oil trading group, please feel free to contact us at info@oiltradinggroup.com. Thanks, and have a great day.